without which today he would not be here. Let me now introduce Clark Fuss.
Okay, here we go. Good morning, everyone. Wait, let me try that again. It's not a good morning, it's a great morning. It's a great morning because today's the day we receive the degrees that we've worked so very hard for. I want you to think about something, folks. No more case studies. No more discussion posts. No more online team projects. We've met every challenge that they brought before us. And you're sitting there today because you've earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, this day belongs to us. As great a day as this is, as much joy as there is in my heart, I still have room for a little sadness, because today's the day that I have to say goodbye to all of you. As I look out across the faces, I know so many of you, and I know you very well, and you know me, and we've had many conversations, and many of you will be friends with me for life. I'm glad that they asked me to speak today because it gave me a chance to say goodbye to you. And maybe it's not goodbye, let's just call it so long. Because I will miss you all, my very, very dear friends. And I will miss you, my very, very dear friends. I came to DeVry because I needed to reinvent myself. And I did that thanks to these folks here. Today I stand before you an educated man. I'm a better man leaving today than I was when I walked in here. And I give my credit to my professors. And Now, I know you guys don't hear this as often as you should from students, but you're going to hear it from me right now. Thank you for my education. Thank you very, very much. You know, we're here because of our own hard work, too, so give yourselves a round of applause. When I said I had to reinvent myself, it was true. When I came to DeVry, I was pretty much a broken man and at my wit's end. Because that recession, just like millions of Americans like me, it took my job, and I couldn't find another one. As hard as I tried, I sent out thousands of emails, hundreds of phone calls. I went to dozens of job fairs, and there was nothing. It got so bad that my wife and I had to leave our condo in Horsham and move into a two-room efficiency. $85 a week. 2 rooms. It was like 2 phone booths back to back. And at my worst moment then, I felt embarrassment and anger at the very same moment when I had to tell my beautiful honey that here's where we live now. Even in the worst of it, I had to take whatever job that I could because we needed the money. I bundled newspapers, and I delivered pizzas. Now, those that know me, this might be hard for you to believe, but I'm not the friendliest pizza delivery guy. To my credit, though, I mean, I'm a 50-something-year-old man with all my experience delivering pizzas, so I was a little surly. All I was worried about was how big a tip you were going to give me. That's all I wanted to know. So here's the average transaction. I'd hand a guy a pizza, he'd hand me a 20, and I'd glare at him, and I'd say, how much change do you want back? But as bad as things got, the most amazing thing happened. Because the worse things got, the more my wife loved me. The more I needed her, the more she was there for me. Folks, I live with the finest woman in the world. I gotta tell you, I'm surprised that she hadn't packed up and left me at least 100 times by now. Actually, she would have never left me. She would have kicked me out. So I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. It was her idea that because the world was going to drop us off the planet, that I take this time and reinvent myself and go back and get the degrees that I should have got 30 years ago. So we did it. We did it, hon. Today's the day that's our comeback. Today I go from surly pizza delivery guy to MBA. God bless America. I want to say this in front of all these folks so they can hear it. My darling, I will be successful, if for no other reason, so that I can treat you like a queen for the rest of your life. Now I'd like to talk to you, the graduating class. And I have a question for you, and it's a simple question. Now that you've got your degree, what are you going to do with it? Let me tell you something about that degree. It's an excellent piece of paper. It'll open the door for you. It'll get you that job. It'll get you that promotion. But once you're in, take that diploma and put it on the wall or put it in a drawer, because in and of itself, it cannot help you anymore. From that moment forward, the difference between success and failure is you. I want to talk about success for a minute, folks. Success has gotten a bad name lately, and I don't think it's right. Some people say pursuing success is wrong. Some folks will tell you it's even immoral. Well, those folks are misguided. Allow me to give you a different perspective on that issue. I say success in the hands of the right people is very socially responsible. Because as you amass success, you build opportunities for people around you. Real opportunities for real people who really need it. I say there's nothing wrong with chasing personal success as long as you use both your brain and your heart to guide you. Let's say you start a little business and you create 20 jobs, and you create 20 jobs, and you create 20 jobs. You see where I'm going with this, folks? Success helps your fellow man. I'm driven for success for 3 reasons. The first one, I already told you about. I have to take care of Diane. Because if I don't, she'll just wait for me to go to sleep one night and beat me to death with a baseball bat. And by the way, folks, whatever you do, don't believe the suicide note. Second reason, and I'll admit it, I'd like a little personal vindication. My entire career, I always worked for somebody else, helping them make their fortune. And a lot of times they weren't nice guys. So when I tell you to go out there and get success, either you do it or the bad guy does it. There's another reason for you to go out there and be successful. The third reason is the one I'm talking to you about right now. And that's because I really, truly want to help my fellow man. And how can I do that from where I'm at in life? I can be successful. I can create opportunities for people around me. But success has a price, folks. To reach success, it's going to take hard work. You think you work hard now in college? Where do you get out there if you haven't been out there already? It's very competitive, and it's very hard. But if you bring your A game every day, you can be successful. I say playing hard, some folks call that aggressive. I call it decisive. So, folks, I would tell you to go out there and create that success and make that opportunity for people around you who really, really need it. I want you to think about the guy like I was for all that time out there struggling and struggling and struggling, looking for that one break. How would you like to be the person who walked up to that guy and said, here's that break, here it is? How good would that feel? That's social responsibility. Well, folks, that's about it from me. So I want to conclude by congratulating all of you on your great accomplishment today. I want you to think about what I said about going out and building success and making it a better world by doing so. Please wish me luck with Spartacus. And for the last time, I want to thank all of you for everything. And I do mean everything. I will never, ever forget you. Thank you.
On behalf of DeVry University, I want to thank you. And I will say that we're not going to say goodbye to you either. We will miss you walking up and down the halls, but we're not saying goodbye either. So welcome.